Well, hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming, and on this video we're going to make a really fun patriotic banner for Memorial Day and 4th of July and really all summer. And I'm going to show you 3 different ways to add some doodads to your banner that are different, okay? And you can take these ideas and use them on any banner for any time of the year. Okay, so the main thing we're going to be using here today is this little set. It's called a garland banner. It has 10 flags, 10 little pieces. And you guys, this comes from magnoliadiy.com. It has all this extra jute, which we're going to use. And it's like $8. So this is about the best thing that they have in their whole entire product line. Okay, so it's going to use that. We're going to use some of these little Waverly, they're called fat quarters from Walmart in red and blue. We are going to use a variety of different wood beads. We're going to use some of this excess twine that comes in the kit. It's meant for you to be able to make a really cool tassel for either end of your banner, but I decided to use it for something different. And then we're going to use some of this ribbon that I purchased at Dollar Tree recently. I got a couple rolls of it, $1.25 a roll, and it's perfect. What else are we going to use? Oh, and the most important thing, these adorable, there's a whole bunch of them. There's 12 pieces actually. These adorable Freedom Mini Stencils from magnoliadiy.com. Plus we're going to be using ruby red ink from Magnolia and berry blue ink, also from Magnolia. These are great. Okay, so where to even start? Oh yeah, this is what the ribbons look like. They were in Dollar Tree in the patriotic section. And at my store, it was towards the front. Okay, the other thing I want to tell you while I'm remembering is I hope you'll join me tomorrow morning, Wednesday, because we are going to be gilding seashells. I'm going to show you how to do it, and it's really fun. And in anticipation of that, I got this package of seashells at Walmart for around $10. And of course we won't gild all of these, but I'll show you how super simple it is and some of the different things that you can do with gilded seashells. So that will be tomorrow. Okay, so the trick with this project was that I really needed to do the stencils and let that dry in advance of getting started, because what I'm going to focus on today are the doodads, the 3 different kinds of doodads that you can add to any banner, but we're going to add it to our patriotic one just to jazz it up. So this is like a canvas, this garland banner set. So I just got a piece of canvas out because I want to show you how to stencil using one of the adorable Magnolia stencils. So let's use this 1776. Okay, the lines that you're going to see on these stencils are where you can cut them. And I always mark the back with what they are so I know which thing it goes back on, and also so I know which side of the backing sheet it goes on. So this says 1776, and I'm not going to fuzz it even though it is brand spanking new, because we're using it on fabric. If you were doing it on a banner, you don't need to fuzz it beforehand either, because this is also fabric. So, but really what I want to do is I just want to show you how to do this, and I want to introduce you to these. These are a lifesaver when you are stenciling a small area in multiple different colors. My two favorite, well, my three favorite in this set, you get 5 of them, are this one. Let me see what that shape is. This one, this is the one I actually like the most. And this one. Okay. So we're just gonna stencil anywhere on here, but I'm gonna show you how to use these, and we'll talk a little bit about ink. You could, I don't wanna confuse anyone, but I do wanna say a couple things about making this kind of a banner. If you want, you could use chalk paste for this banner. Okay, why? It's fabric. Aren't you supposed to always use ink on fabric? Yes, generally speaking, you are. But the thing is, a banner is not going to get handled very much, and it's probably never going to get put in a washing machine. So in that remote instance, I mean, don't ever do chalk paste on a pillow, a tea towel, a t-shirt, a tote bag, something that could potentially get wet, that could be handled, or that might need to be washed. Don't ever do that. But on something like a banner, if all you have is red and blue chalk paste and you don't want to get some red and blue ink, then you could technically use it. But I think using the ink is better. Okay, now that that is as clear as mud, sorry. Okay, I am gonna do the 1776 in red, and I'm gonna do my stars in blue. So this is the same process exactly. It's just you have more control over where you're going than with a squeegee. Okay, so once I get it on, I'm just gonna pull up the big globs with my flat spot, and that was easy. All right, I'm gonna throw this in my tub of water until I get out into the kitchen and I can clean it up. So this was the red ink. Let's see who's on. I didn't say any of my normal stuff. Hey everyone. As you're hopping on, tell me hi. Let me know where you're watching from. Feel free to ask questions, feel free to sprinkle. I see Sheila's live on this with me from Texas. Feel free to ask questions, feel free to sprinkle. And at the end, if you want a link for anything, the banner, this is a fabulous deal. These paintbrush squeegees, the stencil, the ink, or anything else, just let me know. You can say link. Okay, and I did want to say one other thing, and that is that a couple of my good friends have just recently done these adorable banners using the Patriotic, or it's called Freedom Minis, and this garland banner set. Okay, and those people, those friends of mine, are Cindy and Michelle. So I am not copying them. I'm just doing my own version, and my doodads are going to be different from their doodads. So if you've already seen something by them, great. They're both super creative. I'm just doing my own thing and putting my own spin on it, and I think that this banner combination with these this Freedom Mini is a really good idea, and we're all kind of thinking the same thing. But I always want to give credit. And there may be other people who've done this that I just am not aware of. I haven't seen their finished products or anything. Okay, so you can see how easy, seriously, easy it is to get in these tight little spots using a paintbrush squeegee. This is a good investment. They're not expensive, and you get, I think, 5 or 6 of them. And they last a long time. However, don't throw them in a tub of water and leave them overnight, because the handle's made of wood and it's not good for it. But you can throw them in some water or get the tips of them wet until you can clean them off. You can also clean them off using a antibacterial wipe. Okay, I think I got all of it. You can see seriously how much easier it is to do this with these than with a small cut apart squeegee. Even if I was going to cut it into smaller pieces, it's still easier with this. Okay, so hopefully it'll turn out good. Although we're not actually using this for anything, I just wanted to show you that because I really needed, it's awesome. I needed to get this banner part done before I came live so that we could fiddle with it and not risk ruining it. Okay, so this is what we have. Easy peasy. And the stencils that come in this set, oh my gosh, they're so cute. Look at this. It's called Freedom Minis. Look at this one. I love the USA. So when you're looking at the US flag, just remember the stars are going to be, that part of the flag is going to be the blue, and then the stripes are red. So just in case you wanted a little flag refresher, that's how it works. Okay, let me set this over here. And let's go on to the doodads, all right? And then we'll put the whole thing together. Okay, I have too much stuff on my desk. It's distracting. Okay, so let me show you what I have on my banner so far. USA, sweet land of liberty, freedom. I love the USA, a little heart, God bless America, a firework, and land that I love. And then I left the end ones empty, okay? And I'm gonna hang it up here. We'll see if that's gonna work. I really wish this was bigger. I'm gonna get some tape and tape the center because I want you to be able to see the doodads as we're doing them. Okay, so we'll just tape this one in the center, even though, well, let's see. We'll take these two because these are the two center ones. I have been humming God bless the USA all morning as I have been preparing to do this. So if I break into a hum of God bless the USA, just ignore me, okay? All right, so the first kind of doodads I want to show you are the simplest. And if you get this garland banner thing, which has 10 flags, and it has the thing that the banner's on, this, and then it has this whole big set of jute. You can use that jute to make some other fun things. So I'm going to start out by making this threadable because this is good sized jute and it's often hard to get jute through the eyeball of a wood bead. So I'm just taking some tape, put it on the end, I'm twirling it around. Let's cut it off there. And it sort of becomes a needle, okay? And I pulled out 6. Uh-oh, I'm missing one. Where did it go? No, I'm not missing one. 6 little white beads. I also did some in red, white, and blue that I had on hand. Use what you have. And I'm just going to thread 6 beads onto here at a time. These little white ones came off of a Christmas garland that I bought this year at Walmart. It was a steal. And so be looking because you can find good deals on things like beads. You can also pay an arm and a leg for them if you just buy them at a craft store. They're expensive, I think. Okay, and I'm gonna take, let me see how long. Okay, don't peek because I'm kind of measuring. I'll make them all roughly the same length. Okay, so I'm going to take this end and I'm going to cut my little needle off. And I'm just going to tie a knot, but not all the way at the end, because I think it kind of looks interesting to have a little tail. Do you see that? And then I'm going to do a tail over on this end also. And then I'm going to split my beads in 3. And I'm going to do a knot at the top of each one of those. This may be too long, but that's okay. They can be all different lengths, right? So what do you guys think? Do you like this idea so far? I mean, I know a lot of people make garlands. I love garlands, or banners, or whatever you want to call them. But sometimes I'm like, they're a little skimpy and they need something to, I don't know, give them more of a presence. So I have 4 of these that I whipped up in absolutely no time at all. And then I have 2 that I whipped up. Same deal. I cut them off of a long beaded garland that I purchased at Hobby Lobby last year. After 4th of July when they were on sale. I need to tie the top knot. If I had to have more of these, I would have done the whole thing in red, white, and blue, but these were the only pieces I had left. So I think they'll look fine together. Okay, and somebody's going to ask roughly how long are these? You can use any kind of jute, and they're going to be a variety of lengths. I would say these are around 22 inches long, and these with the knots and everything are probably around 20 inches long, but it absolutely does not matter. So these are the first kind of little doodad that you can make, and let's put these doodads, the ones with the colored balls, towards the end of the garland. I'm just going to do a little slip knot. Pull that on there. Can you see? Do the same thing. It's not at the very, very last flag, but it's right before the last flag. And you guys all know how to do a slip knot, I'm sure. Okay, and then we'll come back to these guys to put on, depending on what we do with the other things. Okay, then the next thing I want to show you is what you can do with just some fabric and scissors and some jute. Okay, this fabric, I did iron it because I wanted the pieces to lay good and not to be all super funky and messy. And I'm going to go about 2 inches wide, roughly. So you just take a little snip and then you tear it. And then I'm going to cut this into 3 pieces. And we'll pull all the strings off. See, I made just 3 little snips at the top. Got to get a hold of this. And then let's kind of flatten these out. You could iron them again if you wanted. And let's pull all the strings off. Or as many as we can get, because these seem like they're dropping strings for a long time. And I just went the length of my fabric. So there's really no precise anything here. I'm just using what I had. Okay, so I have 3 strips of red. And let's do the same thing with the blue. This was a project where I looked in my closet to see what I had. I knew I wanted to use this awesome banner. And I knew I wanted to use the Freedom Mini stencils, but I didn't really have anything else in mind. So this is one of those where, like, sometimes do you ever make dinner and it's just, people say, what is it? And you're like, I don't know, it's just what I had in the refrigerator in the pantry. That's what kind of craft this is, although it's a banner. So about 2 inches wide. And then I'm going to cut it into 3 pieces. Get our strings off. Who likes to rip fabric? Who finds it oddly satisfying? Tell me in the comments if you do. I do. I like to make projects where I'm tearing, especially canvas. I don't know why. It just, I don't know. It sounds weird when I say it feels good, but it does for some reason. Okay, so now I have 3 blues and 3 reds. And I'm just gonna do like blue, red, blue, red, blue, and red. All right, and I'm gonna kind of stack them up. I'll come back and I'll do that in just a second. Now I need a piece of this jute, which this comes with a ton. So don't be stingy with it. You can use it. I just didn't want to make tassels for the ends. I felt like doing something different. And so that's why I used mine to do these hanging doodads. And yeah, so I'm gonna fold it in half and we're just going to tie a knot. And this almost looks a little bit like a tassel. I have 2 of them made. I trimmed the ends off of this one, so I need to trim this one about the same length. Let me see where that is. Just gonna cut these off in the garbage can. You can cut them whatever length you want. And I have 2 of these, and we will be adding these to our banner. So, and I think we'll do the slip knot thing again because that is just so easy. Which means you need, I don't know, I may not be able to, I don't think I'm going to be able to get that through there. Never mind. Oh my goodness, thank you to everyone who did stars. I so appreciate it. So you can take any kind of fabric, whether it's the same fabric that your little banner flags are made out of, whatever, and you can make this little thing. You can also tie them on individually, but I think it just looks cuter when it's a bunch of them. Okay, so that was not going to work, but let's put it on this next one. And I'm going to tie it all the way to the top. And then I'll do a little knot. And I will bring this over close when we're getting almost done. So let's put this one over here. Making banners is one thing that I do think they look better if they are symmetrical. So your hanging downy things, if they can, you know, be in the same order and similar, I think that they look better. So I showed you how to do these, and then I showed you how to make these little strings. I don't know what to call that. What would you call that? Now I want to show you what you can do with ribbon. Okay, so this ribbon came in 3 different styles. We're not using the track, although it's adorable, because it doesn't work when you cut it long ways. It's like the trucks are running up and down. So I also got these 2 styles. Dollar Tree, 4th of July section. I get the feeling that this is a fabric that you could use outside. It's kind of stiff. It's not wired, but it holds its shape really well. And what I'm going to do to start off, let me measure these because I just randomly cut them. I cut on this one first, so it would make sense where it starts and stops. And it's about 16.5 inches long. All right. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut it in half. I've been fiddling for several hours getting this project ready. I fiddled with this full size and it just did not work. The scale was wrong. So then I tried cutting one of these and it's pretty easy, and they look like maybe they came this size. And I'm just going to fold them up, and then I'm going to do a slant on the end. So now I have 2 pieces that have this. Okay, I'm going to get my glue gun because this next part does involve a glue gun. And I am using my Sherbonder Cool Shot Mini, which is a low temperature hot glue gun. And I know I say this almost every time, but still people ask me. It's like a under $10 glue gun. You can get it at Hobby Lobby, you can get it at Walmart, and I'm pretty sure you can get this any place that craft supplies are sold. And I'm actually using the Cool Shot sticks. And the thing about this glue gun is that I feel like it really is a low temperature. And so when you get this on your fingers, it's not like a 3rd or 4th degree burn. It might feel hot, but it's not gonna kill you. Okay, and then you guys all know how to do these things that are like the shape for breast cancer, right? All we did was we took our thing and we just crisscrossed it. Does that? I think that makes sense. Okay, but we're gonna do it a little bit tighter. So I'm gonna crisscross it, and I'll hold this up in just a second and show you. And I'm just gonna put a little blob of glue up here towards the top. This is the part that on the breast cancer one, it's wider. And then I'm going to put a little teeny dab of glue here. So that loop is just, I glued it to both pieces. All right, and I have a bunch of them over here to do, and then I'll show you the next step. And I like these when they crisscross and the points are going this way. But it really doesn't. That's just, you know, personal preference, and you can do them either way. It really does not take much glue to do this. I do have glue strings everywhere. Okay, where did I put the one that I just did? Right here. I started these, so I'm just going to do the little point thing at the top. And depending on how big your garland is, you can cut your ribbons however long or short you want. If it's a thinner ribbon, then you won't have to cut it in half. And you can do the dovetail on the ends if you want, whatever you like. So if I had a bigger banner garland that we were making, I might do more of these, but we're going to do 8. We're going to do 4 of these, and then we're going to make 4 of these. So I have 2. So you crisscross them and put a little dab of glue right here. And then this part right here, I'm just going to put a dab here and a dab here and push it flat. And that part you're really not going to see. So now I have 3, I need to make 1 more. So these doodads are what get me excited about making banners. How about you guys? What makes you guys get excited about your crafts? I've been itching to go live ever since I got the ideas set for this, but then I wanted to do all the prep. So you guys didn't have to watch me stencil every piece of the banner and then dry it. Yeah. Okay, so I stenciled the crisscross, and now I'm just going to put a little blob in here and fold this flat. All right, I have 4 of these, and I have 4 of these. And let's look at our banner. I think, let's start with this one, and we'll put it right here. And I'm just going to fold it over and hot glue it. And I'll come over there and show you in just a second. I'm just gluing it on itself. This could maybe use a little bit more hot glue here. So it will lay flat. It's also going to need me to pull all the strings off. Alice says that she loves embellishing her crafts. Me too. That's what kind of girl I am. I like all that, all the fluffy stuff. I'm just going to do a couple of these like this, and then I'll take it down and come over and show you. We'll do it close up. Okay, so let's add these little things, and then we'll come over and we'll do the rest of these up here close and personal. Need some room. Okay, and with these I just am doing a slip knot. You know what? I want to change my mind, and I want to put these bigger ones, bigger hanging bead things. I want to put them on the outside. And good thing I just did a slip knot, because that was easy enough to change. If you don't have any colored beads, wood beads, you could also do this with natural. And I think that would be pretty, especially if you were using it on this banner garland, because the flags are all natural color. Okay, and then I'm going to do let's do a set here. I may change my mind. I think I am going to change my mind. Let's do a flaggy thing. One of these. Right here. Okay. Let me bring it all closer. And we'll work on it right here. Take off this. Okay, and I'm going to turn it facing me so that I can make decisions about what we're doing, and then I'll hold it up. Okay, I'm going to glue in between this piece right here. Here's this little strips of fabric. Here's the strips of ribbon, and I'm going to do this one here. So you just lay it over the top, and then you're going to fold it down and glue that. It doesn't have to be perfect at all. And I do think that they all need a little bit of glue to hold the flags, the little end pieces together. So here's the end. We may end up doing something with this. I do have one more idea. All right, let's go to the other side and make it symmetrical. So I need one of these just star ones. What do you guys think? Do you like this idea? It's busy, but it's still kind of neutral. So I will use this in my house unless I give it away and make another one. Okay. Let me think. Let's do another star one here. And then we may just add our long hanging down bead things. We may use them at the very end and right on either side of the centerpiece. Oops. Maybe I didn't need so many. You know, sometimes it's hard to tell what you're going to want. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry about that. Okay, let me show you what we have right now. Here's one end, which I have an idea for this. And then these are the two center ones because it's 10 flags. So here's 4, and then here's the 2 center. Let's flip over. And I'll get pictures of this on my mantle because that's the best way to actually appreciate it. But okay, I'm looking. Did I do something wrong? No, I didn't. Okay. I think we'll go ahead and put a couple of different of these hanging down ones in the very center. And we might do our thing so that they're not the same length. Of course, I'm reserving the right to fiddle with this after I'm done, because I might decide I want one more of these. But either way, it's going to be super cute. And I will get pictures, and I will put pictures of it here in the comments, as well as just on DiyDreaming. And here's the center. I feel like it needs something else. Okay, so the other idea that I had is based on this Dollar Tree ribbon, and it's based on this. This is that 4th of July or Memorial Day ribbon that has a truck. And what I was thinking was that you could cut that out and it could go on the end of your banner. Do you guys like that idea? I mean, the colors and everything are perfect. I would just hot glue it on there. Tell me in the comments what you think. Okay, Ellie Prince says that she likes this idea, but she doesn't have anywhere to put a banner. And you know what? I hear that a lot. But do you have a buffet? Because you can use tape to hang it on the top. Or could you make a short banner and hang it over a cabinet? Or do you have a big mirror in your house that you could tape, you know, a banner up on the top of it and it just would be draped? It does not have to necessarily be a fireplace mantle. So just be looking around your house. I mean, I could put something up here on the top of my cabinet. Or if you were having a party, you could put it on the edge of a table. So there's tons of different possibilities. And I think this turned out pretty darn cute. And it all started with this, which is, I think it's around $8 for 10 flags and all this extra jute. And look how much I still have left. So if you want to link to this or to the 4th of July minis or to these things, which I think are absolutely necessary, or to the ink that I used, just say link and I'll give you a link to all of those things so you don't have to go to my website, which is magnoliadiy.com, and then hunt through pages and pages and pages of stuff. I'll take you directly to each one of these things that I've shown. So let me know. And if there's something else you wanted to see, like, suppose you were with me yesterday and you saw the pillow that I was starting to make, which I have not finished, and you wanted to get a link to the Bless Our Nest stencil or the pillowcase cover, then you could just tell me that and say link. And I will make it super easy for you. Karen Waters says links. Sheila says always links. Hey, and you know what the thing about links are? You can just go look. You don't even have to purchase. It's totally up to you. So I see lots of people saying links. Okay, do a this or a this, or say something to me in the comments. Make sure that you've liked and followed this page, and all of those things make it slightly more likely that Facebook will serve you what I have coming up later today, tomorrow, the next day, over the weekend, my next Christ and Crafting, all the pictures that I shared, which today I shared 35 pictures of past faith projects. And those are just a few. I am definitely a little OCD about getting pictures of every project that I do and hanging on to them. And then I love to just show them in a big lump, like 35 pictures all at once, to give you guys ideas. Because you don't necessarily have to do those projects exactly, but maybe you get an idea for how you can take one of my projects and make it your own, in your own style, your own colors, you know, whatever makes sense for you. So, if you have questions, let me know. If you liked this project, it would be awesome if you would consider sprinkling. I may come back and just stencil these too. I don't know. I have to fiddle with it for a little while to get the whole picture. But feel free to sprinkle, feel free to ask questions, and feel free to ask for links. And I'm going to go sit down now and read all your comments. and answer questions and get information out to you guys. If you're watching this on replay sometime down the road, you can do all those same things. You can say hello, you can sprinkle, you can ask questions, and you can ask for links, because I keep going back over and over and over to see for my past posts if anyone needs something. So, alrighty, I will get you pictures of this, and I will see you guys tomorrow for, we are going to build these seashells that I just picked up at Walmart in the craft section. They, look at some of those. And there's even an oyster shell in here, or 2 of them. Ooh. There's all kinds of interesting things in here, and you can do all kinds of different seashells. But anyways, this came from Walmart in the craft department next to the floral stuff. And it was around $10. And it's a good amount of interesting seashells. So that's what we'll be doing, is gilding tomorrow. I don't know about the next day. Anyways, you guys have a blessed afternoon, and I will see you later.